Swan. Today we're going to be doing a mat called Mixed Up Mat. And what I've done is I've taken about 10 to 15 exercises in the order, and I've just completely and totally mixed them up. And we are just going to go ahead and get started. So first exercise, as you stand there, go ahead and get into your Pilates V. We're going to start with a roll down / push up, but we're not going to do the push up part. So we're going to raise our hands up above our head, sit nice and tall, engage the glute muscles, equal weight in all the feet. We're going to start by tilting our chin down and start to rotate that spine all the way down towards the floor, trying to keep hips over knees over ankles for as long as possible. And then you're going to come down and you're going to stretch and you're going to breathe. What this is going to do is it's going to warm up the lower back, stretch out your arms, your shoulders, the backs of the legs. Go ahead and inhale and exhale. On your exhale, see if you can pull belly up into spine to get a further stretch in those legs. And then on the next inhale, you're going to start rolling up. You're going to keep equal weight in the feet. You're going to tuck your pelvis as you roll up, coming up, mid back, upper back, head comes up last. We're going to roll down one more time. Inhale to start. Keep the hips over the knees for as long as possible, doing that pelvic tuck, and roll yourself down. Stretch and allow yourself to hang. Maybe now you can touch the floor. Maybe you grab the backs of your legs and just do a little bit of a pull. One more inhale and then exhale. And then on your next inhale, you're going to pull belly button up. You're going to start doing that pelvic tuck as you roll up, low back, mid back, upper back, nice and tall. We're going to go into a standing swan. So from this position, we're going to tilt our head back, start to articulate that neck back, bring those arms back, open up, bring the arms down, keep the head back, circle those arms, inhaling and exhaling. Go ahead, bring the arms back behind. Now you're going to bring your head forward. You're going to tuck that chin and you're going to start to roll down. Arms are going to go back behind you as we stretch the shoulders a little bit in a different way. Bring those arms forward, down by your feet. You're going to start pulling belly button up as you start articulating up. Inhaling for half, exhaling for half. You're going to come up. You're going to bring that head back. You're going to open up the arms, shoulders, bring them back, and then you'll bring your head back to your normal position there and bring the arms down. And then we're going to go to our mat and we're going to do our swan. So we're going to lie flat. We're going to do that nice pelvic tuck. Forehead is going to be on the mat, arms behind you, nice and long. A little bit of a pelvic tuck here. We're going to start by lifting up that nose. Head, crown of head reaches out and then up. Maybe the arms stretch up. Inhaling, exhaling as we come down. Head lengthens, neck lengthens as we come down. Inhale, nose comes up. Head comes up, chest comes up. Exhale as we come down. Very similar motion. Now we're going to bring our hands right underneath our armpits. Our forehead is still going to be on the mat. We're going to do a little bit of a pelvic tuck on this one. If you'd like to lift your feet, you can. You're going to inhale as you lift that nose. Draw a nose up, whatever is across from you. Maybe lift the legs, come up. And exhale to come back down. Continue that pelvic tuck. We're going to do one more as we inhale, lift the head up. Reaching, maybe the feet come up. Maybe you bring your arms back. And then exhale as you come down. Go ahead and push back into a child's pose or a cat-cow. I like to come back and pop my knees every single time. We're going to go into our spine stretch next. I always like to have a prop to sit on. So I'm going to grab my little box here and I'm going to sit nice and tall. I'm going to move a little bit of tissue as I get up here to make sure that I am sitting on my sit bones. My feet are hip width. Feet are nice and flexed. I'm sitting up nice and tall, so I can really feel my sits bones. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my hands in front of me. My fingertips are gonna be nice and wide. I'm gonna start articulating it down by taking my neck, my chin down towards my chest, and then I'm gonna start articulating upper back, mid back, low back. I'm gonna continue to pull belly button to spine as I'm exhaling. Inhale as I come up, low back, mid back, upper back, head comes up last like I'm sitting up right against a nice wall. Inhale, gonna tuck my chin, and I'm gonna start upper back, mid back, low back, stretching as I exhale everything out. Inhale, stack back up. You can do these with your own breath. We're gonna do 5 total. Exhale as you tuck your chin and go down. Try and get that belly button to spine, really reach without hinging forward. Inhale as you stack up, low back, mid back, upper back. We have 2 more. Exhale as you tuck that chin, reach. Inhale as you stack up nice and tall. On your last one, we're gonna go ahead and stay down. You can do that nice stretchy one. Exhale, upper back, mid back, low back. Maybe grab your legs or your feet. Push that belly button back so much that you stretch out that low back. Feel it in your legs, flexing those feet. Do 1 more breath. And then when you're ready to exhale, you're gonna release and you're gonna stack back up like you're stacking up against a wall. Nice and tall. Good. If you were sitting on something, go ahead and get rid of it. We're gonna go into our roll up now. So as you can see, we're doing a lot of articulation of the spine first in this particular mixed up mat. So feet are gonna be nice and long, together as much as possible. My thighs don't make that happen, so I always have a little bit of space in between my feet. I'm gonna be sitting nice and tall at first, feet are flexed. I am going to go ahead and start rolling back. I'm gonna start tucking my pelvis for this roll up. I'm rolling back first. I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna articulate every single part of my spine till my head lands. My arms are gonna go up overhead, but I'm gonna keep my shoulder blades in. And then as I come up, I'm gonna start to my inhale as I tuck chin to chest. When I get to my sticky spot, I'm gonna exhale, articulate up and over, tucking under a low shelf, keeping my arms nice and parallel to my legs. As I come back, I'm gonna keep low with that head. I'm gonna roll my spine back with that pelvic tuck. Spinal articulation all the way down. Arms come up overhead. I'm gonna inhale as I start to come up. Exhale to reach over, extending that spine. We'll do 3 more with your own breath. Inhaling for about half. Exhaling the rest of the way down. And then on your way back up, you're gonna start with your inhale, tucking your chin. Exhaling as you articulate over, reaching. Inhale for that last one. Exhaling as you come down. 1 more. Keep those shoulder blades in. Chin tucks towards the chest as we reach over. And then we'll come all the way back up to sitting. Early teaser. So we're going to start to come back, almost like we're going to do our roll up, our roll back. We're going to bring those legs up. We're going to do our first teaser of the day. And then we're going to exhale and come down to your favorite position. I'll go ahead and bring my legs in for this next one. We're going to do a total of 4. And we're going to add a little bit of something at the top. So I'm going to tuck my chin, inhale as I come out, up into my teaser. I'm going to do 3 circles with my arms. 1 way. And then I'm going to come back to whatever position you want to. Immediately tuck your chin, come up into that teaser position, make your circles the other way. 3 total, and then you'll come back. I'll come down like this. We're gonna inhale as we come up into our teaser, and then we're just gonna lower and lift the legs 3 times. Up, Then we're gonna come back down. Last one, we're gonna come up. We're gonna stay up. And we're gonna breathe. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna come back down. Good. Maybe rock side to side a little bit. This mixed up mat is gonna go at a little bit of a faster pace, but it's all good. It'll be a very quick one that you can do. We're gonna go ahead, position yourself on your mat for scissors. We're gonna do a little bit of a different variation for our stomach series. So we're just gonna kind of move them around a little bit. First one we're gonna do is our scissors. So go ahead, lie back. Both legs are gonna be straight up to the ceiling. I am already in my upper ab curl. It's fine if you like to keep your head down. That's up to you. I'm gonna keep my head up. I'm gonna inhale for 1 and exhale for 1. Doing a double pulse as I come in with that leg. I'm gonna try and keep my upper body in the same exact position. So I'm inhaling and exhaling. I'm gonna do one more on each side, and then I'm gonna bring my legs in. You can rest your head for a second. We are gonna do double leg stretch, Joe style. So that means, just so you can see one, as we come up into our upper ab curl, we're gonna inhale, we're gonna reach the legs, the hands are gonna grab the thighs, and then we're gonna exhale to bring back in. So we'll do 5 of those total. Go ahead and come up into your upper ab curl. Inhale, reach, exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reach, exhale to pull in. Inhale, reach, exhale to pull in, making sure your head doesn't drop. And you're reaching nice and long. And exhale, last one. Inhale, reach, exhale as you come in. Good. We'll go ahead, rack up to seated position here. We are gonna do seal and then open leg rocker. For me, the rolling exercises are a lot of core work for me, and they should be, I think, for everyone. So I'm gonna head and put them in kind of in the stomach series. So we're gonna do open leg rocker, we're gonna do seal, open leg rocker, and then we're gonna end with our single leg stretch and elbow to knee. So go ahead and get balance on your sacrum. Seal the bottoms of the feet together. Arms can be interlaced underneath and around the ankles. They can be on the front, or you can have them back here. You're gonna have that nice pelvic tuck. And as we inhale, we're gonna pull our belly button in, and we're gonna do that pelvic tuck to rock back and exhale up. That was just a practice one. Now we're gonna do our 3 claps. Clap, 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 opening up the hips. Inhale back, exhale up, bouncing, clap, clap, clap. Inhale back, exhale up. Doing your claps. We're gonna do maybe about 5 total. So you can do them with your own pace. I'm gonna try clapping at the top. And then clapping back. Maybe let's do 2 more, because rolling is fun. Last one back. And up. We're gonna pause here, and we're gonna go into that open leg rocker. So for me, I need to pull up my pants a little bit. So we're still balancing, keep that balance. Bring those legs up nice and wide. You're gonna have that nice strong arm connection. You're gonna pull that belly in, so you still stay in that nice rounded position. We're just gonna go ahead and go for it. We're gonna inhale as we roll back. And exhale forward to balance. Good. Let's do 5 of your best ones. So if you end up having to do 6, 7, or 8, that's fine. Inhaling back, exhaling forward, trying to keep that nice rounded pelvis at the top, bouncing on the sacrum. We're gonna do 2 more. Or your best 2. We're gonna come up, we're gonna bring those legs together, and then we're gonna bring one leg in and one leg out for that single leg stretch. So we're gonna roll back and go immediately into that single leg stretch. So we're gonna inhale for one and exhale for the other. Inhale and exhale. Outer arm goes to your ankle. So always keep that outer arm on the outside so that you're lined up really nice here. Inhale for one and exhale for 1. Again, you can always be in an upper ab curl, or you can have your head down. The last set, that was way more than 5. We'll pull it in. We'll take 1 quick breather, and then we'll go into our elbow to knee. So we'll come up into that upper ab curl. We'll take a quick breather here. We are going to turn towards the screen first. So you're going to inhale and then exhale to switch, really rotating that rib cage as you inhale and exhale to turn, trying to keep your hips stable. The only thing that is moving is that rib cage. We'll do 1 more set to each side and bring it in. Rock side to side. Nice fast class. You can tell I'm working up a sweat here. So we're going to come up to sitting. Seated position. I'm going to grab this again. We're going to do saw. So I've been working a lot of that articulation, rotation of the spine here. So we're going to continue that with our saw. So if you need something to sit up on, go ahead and grab it. And if you're thinking, why would I need to sit on something? What's that about? For me, I have my hip flexors are a little bit weak, or they're a little bit grippy, is what we try and say. So there's a lot of pain and irritation to try and get me to sit up straight. So when I sit up, that actually alleviates a lot of this, and it gets me into a better position. So if you feel a lot right here in your hips, it's always best to sit up on something, whether it's a towel or a brick or whatever. I just have this little box here. So for saw, our feet are going to be mat width, nice strong flex in those feet, and we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to pull belly button in. Arms are going to go wide. We're going to go towards the screen. We're going to inhale as we twist, and then exhale. We are going to push those arms apart or pull them apart, and then we're going to inhale to come up nice and tall. Exhale over to your other side. Keep those feet flexed. You're pulling those arms apart. You're trying to saw that pinky toe with that pinky finger. Inhale as you stack up nice and tall. Exhale over to the side. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale to the other side. You can do this with your own breath as well. We are aiming for 5 to each side. And since I've already lost count, I'm going to say that this is probably 3 as we stretch. Inhale to the top, check in with those legs, cement those heels in, flex those feet. Work on first twisting and then bending forward so that you don't hinge at that hip. Exhale up, last one over to this side, which might have been 4, might have been 5. And then inhale back up. Good, you can get rid of the brick that you're on. We only have 3 more exercises. Just very quick exercise. We're going to go into swimming, which is awesome. I love some swimming. So first we'll do a couple of super people. So we're going to be nice and long on the mat. Our head is going to be down. As we inhale, arms and legs are going to come up together, and we're going to breathe, and then exhale everything down. We'll do 1 more like that. Inhale, everything goes up. And exhale, everything goes down. Now on the next one, we're going to come up, and then we're going to start swimming. So opposite leg and arm will be going up and down. So inhale to come up, and then start swimming. And just breathe normally if you can. Try and keep lifted. Try not to shift in those hips or move around too much. Stability exercise. 1 last breath. And exhale, everything comes down. You can go into your child's pose. And take a quick rest here. Or you can do cat-cow. Or you can just round your back however you need to. Last 2 exercises we're going to do. 100, can't get rid of the 100 or can't miss it. So whatever position you're working on for your 100, that's what you should be doing. Since we're doing 100 at the end, it might actually be a little bit harder than it normally is, or it might be a little bit easier because your body is already warm. So let's all come to tabletop here, and we'll just go ahead and start in tabletop, and then we'll just go into a few different positions. So always good to keep your head down for this. You're going to do a nice big inhale, and then an exhale. You're going to come up into your upright curl, and you're going to start pumping those arms. Inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5. When you're ready, you can move your legs to whatever position you'd like. Maybe they go straight up. Maybe they stay at tabletop. Maybe you're working your way down. Maybe you do a little bit of a Pilates V. Maybe you come all the way down and really engage that core. I'm going to stay here for now. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 3 more breaths. Last one. And pull it all in. Whew, take a rest on the neck if you had your neck up. Rock side to side. Maybe wiggle those toes or crank your ankles. All the things I like to do. Then we're going to rock up to a seated position. And then we're going to swing our legs over. We're going to do Mermaid as our ending stretch. You don't typically do this one in the mat work. It's not actually in the mat work. But it's in tower, and it's in reformer and chair, and it is just such a great side bend and a way to, I don't want to say catch your breath, because if you're doing it right, it's still a little bit tricky, but it's a really nice way to stretch out everything. So I have my legs positioned so that my leg is sort of at an angle here, that this back leg is straight back, and then the bottom of my front foot is against my thigh. So you can do it like this. It will definitely give you the most balance as we do it. Or you can move to any of these positions, stacking fully over. If you can't stack and be upright, you're probably not in the best position for your mermaid. I can't do that. I'm going to go here because I know that I can get a nice stretch in my legs, and then I can really lift up to go over. So you can also sit like this. We're really just going to work on those sides. So whatever's comfortable for you and your legs is what you should do for this particular stretch. So I'm going to come here, and I'm just going to bring my my arm down on this side, and whatever leg is bent in front of you, you want your opposite hand to go up. So from here, you're sitting nice and tall, and I'm going to reach up to go over. So my neck is going to come down, and I'm just going to reach up, and I'm trying not to collapse on this particular side as well. And then I'm trying not to bring my elbow up. So I'm trying to keep everything down to stretch that side. And then I'm going to exhale to come up without trying to use the hand that's down on the mat too much. Then we're going to do an alternate stretch. So we're just going to reach over the opposite way, stretching that neck and everything, feeling it in that side. We're going to come here, and then we're going to start to reach up. Neck gets longer. Exhaling as we go over. And then inhale to reach up. Try not to use that arm as much. And then come over to the other side as you side bend. Good, we'll come up here, and then we'll switch those legs. So whatever position you were in, you can go ahead and switch. I'll do this alternate starting position here, where I'm sitting in a, I don't know, crisscross applesauce sitting. That's what my kid likes to call it. So from here, I'm going to try and ground my hips. So I might go a little bit wider here. So I'm going to lift that, the opposite arm over, and I'm going to inhale as I lift,
and stretch over. So you can see I'm still able to reach and stretch without using this arm too much. I'm going to come back and do that counter stretch. I'm going to inhale up. The only thing that this does is that it just doesn't stretch my opposite leg as much as it did when I was in the other position. So just something to note if you want to practice mermaid again. And then we're going to come up. And then we're all done. That was a very quick mixed up mat session. It was a lot of work. It did not have a lot of leg work in it. I was really just focusing on rotation and spinal articulation and then stabilizing the core in this particular set. But maybe I'll do another one later.